Hey, David, obviously the Gator secondary legacy is legendary. I see where Trey Dean, the one black, they're doing some different things in the secondary. What are they? What kind of roles are they carving out for those players and everyone else?
Yeah, Trey Dean's going to start back there at safety. He played really good there last year. He finally found a home. He had to fill in for Marco Wilson in 2018 as a true freshman, as the opposite cornerback of Christopher Henderson. And then they shifted him to star after Chauncey Gardner Johnson left in 2018. Star didn't work out for him at all. And then in 2020, found a home at safety. Made a great play, Mark. If you remember in the SEC championship game, Florida intercepted Mac Jones. He's running, gets blindsided, and the ball fumbles, and Alabama gets the ball right back and scores. But he made a great play, and if for whatever some chance he doesn't get blindsided and the ball fumbles, Florida's even more so in that game. But made a play there. Has the potential to be he played safety in high school as well, so it is more of a fit that they're putting him back there. DeJuan Black, you brought him up, Mark. Very interesting. Number one JUCO in America. He was a 5-star at one time as a high school recruit. Had to go the JUCO route, so he was number one JUCO in America. Finally gets to Florida. It does seem like he's working out at safety a little bit. That nickel star role that Florida's mixing. It's a hybrid position there for the Gators. DeJuan Black's an interesting player to see where he works out. Rashad Torrance is the other safety I think you can look out for opposite Trey Dean. I think he'll be the starter back there with Trey Dean. So Trey Dean, Rashad Torrance, he got a good bit of starts last year in his first full year for the Gators. So Trey Dean, Rashad Torrance back there at safety. Communication. We talked to Wesley McGriff last night, and he's the new safeties coach for the Gators coming in from Auburn. And look, man, they have to fix the communication issues that Florida had back there. And he said, look, we're communicating in the meeting room. Those guys have to go to the bathroom. They have to communicate that they're going to the bathroom. That's how much of a focus the communication is for these Gators right now, because it was a sad state of affairs last year, Mark, when Florida was on the field and you had guys who had played in this defense for 2 or 3 seasons and act like they didn't really know what they were doing because they couldn't communicate.
One more thing, David, unless you've got anything else that you think's that we're missing here, but I see on the ESPN top 100 players in the nation, Kaiir Elam at 40, Brenton Cox at 59. Seem fair?
Brenton Cox has the potential to be. He's bouncing back from an injury. 5-star potential, transfer from Georgia. He played hurt last year, played out of position last year. For a little bit. So I think now with Florida getting those transfers at defensive tackle, it allows that whole defensive front to play in their more natural position. I think that's going to benefit somebody like Brenton Cox. Mark, I think by the end of the year, Zachary Carter is going to be up there, more probably so than Brenton Cox. I'm very high on Zach Carter, what he brings to the table. Playing in a more natural position for him. As I said, Florida struggled with depth up front last year. They had to shift some guys around. Zachary Carter was another guy. He had to play inside more as a defensive tackle instead of a defensive end. He's now with those defensive tackle transfers, he's going to just be stuck at defensive end, his more natural playmaking position. So I think with just that, I think Zachary Carter is going to be up there. And Mark, I'm telling you, it's weird. Think about this. For as bad as Florida's defense was last year, when you look at all SEC, when you look at top 100 players, they're from the defensive side of the ball. Make it make sense, Mark. I mean, you had a god awful defense last year, and when you name Florida's 5 best players, 4 of them might be on defense. Some of those guys from that defense last year are playing in the NFL. Marco Wilson's tabbed right now as having one of the best preseasons in the NFL right now, who had a terrible year at Florida last year. Make it make sense, Mark. So that probably speaks to Todd Grantham more than anything, and we'll see what that means in 2020.
That was going to be my answer, David. I was going to say most Gator fans would say I got 2 words for you.
Yeah. So you were putting guys in the NFL still. I mean, Tadarius Slayton, TJ Slayton, he's making plays for the Packers right now too. I mean, it makes no sense, Mark. Like I said, we knew that defense was better than what they played last year. You don't fall that far from where they fell from 2018, 2019, and fall all the way down as far as they fell to 2020 without just something major going on behind the scenes. So, we'll see if they can bounce back, be more up to form in 2021, and see if that was a true outlier of a year.
We got our guy SEC Dog, of course, a big Georgia fan, commenting in here that David's a good guy, et cetera, knows his stuff. But is he going to disappear on us and hide once the season starts? Believe me, David's been here four wins, 4-7, 4-8.
Yeah.
Shoot, I forget the quarterback. 2015-16, you won the division, but he was awful.
Well, you started with Will Greer.
Sure.
And then
when you were 5 or 6-0, with Will Greer,
and then Treon Harris comes in.
Treon Harris, that's the name I was looking for. Treon Harris
to make him a pocket passer for whatever reason.
Yes, Treon Harris.
Yep.
Yikes.
Then you have Luke Del Rio and Malik Zaire. I mean, it's it's
Malik Zaire, transferred to Florida. Forgot about that.
I mean, for all the criticism of Dan Mullen, we're not there. We're nowhere near. Talking about quarterback position and play action on 3rd and 12 and, trying to figure out what's happening at the quarterback position. Dan Mullen's going to have an offense ready to go, and you just got to figure out the rest of it.
Absolutely. Gators Breakdown. Great place to be if you're a Florida fan. That goes without saying. But if you just track the best teams in the SEC and across the nation, the brands, and you're a college football nerd, that's why you're here. Check out David's work and the rest of the crew there at Gators Breakdown right here on YouTube and your favorite audio platform. David, we always appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thanks, Mark.